What is up, guys? We are back with another episode of Trout on the Trails. This time I'm flying solo. We're heading out to Kenosha, Wisconsin for some training that is unrelated to Trout on the Trails. But you know, anywhere we go, we're going to try and find an adventure. So, game plan right now, I'm going to head to a Walmart, Dunham's, Myers, something like that sometime this week. Find a cheap inflatable raft, pack raft style. I've got my kayak paddle in case it doesn't come with a paddle. I've got two fishing rods and a fly fishing rod, my whole tackle box, and we're gonna try and catch some fish. I got a lake scoped out. The river's right there. The Root River runs through there. So we're gonna do some fishing, maybe find some day hikes, and it's just gonna be you and me on this adventure. So, you know, sit back, along for the ride, and enjoy. First day of training's done. It was a long day, but you know, we're on a mission. We've got an adventure to have, so we've got to start taking steps to make that happen. So first step here, Walmart, to find some sort of inflatable boat, raft, kayak on the cheaper side. We're not looking for luxury, looking for something to get us out on the water. And that's going to set us up for these next couple days where hopefully we can find a spot, catch some fish. Now, I don't know if I just died and I'm in heaven right now, but not only am I at maybe the biggest Walmart that I've ever seen, but right next door to this Walmart is a Menards. It doesn't happen very often where you get a Walmart and Menards right next door to each other. I mean, this is just something crazy. So if we can't find what we need in Walmart, I'm sure it's going to be a Menards. And maybe we just got to go in there to see what they have too. Alrighty, guys. So we just got out of Walmart. And for being a Walmart Supercenter, I'm a little disappointed with the selection there. Fishing selection, no beetles, no purple worm, no nothing. Head over to the raft selection. The only contender they had was the Rapid Rider, and it's just not going to cut it for me. There wasn't enough room for tackle. It wasn't going to be, you know, very aerodynamic in the water, so it's going to be hard to paddle. And it just wasn't the right call. So luckily, right next door, like I was saying, the store that's never let me down before, and I don't expect it to let me down ever. So we're gonna head into Menards here. It's got a really weird red sign, but I'm okay with it. And we're gonna see what they have for us. Hopefully they're gonna have our fishing vessel in here. Let the record show, Menards doesn't mess around. Last one in stock, the Explorer 200, capacity of 210 pounds, should cover me and my tackle. $13.64. $13.64, and I'm about to catch some monsters on this thing. Like I said, Menards, they don't let me down. So this is stage one complete. We've got another day of training tomorrow, and then I'm either gonna hit the lake tomorrow after training or Wednesday. We're just gonna play it out by ear and see how it goes. All right, guys, day two of training's done. I'm here at the Root River Steelhead facility, and right now I'm just scoping out, see if we can find a spot to fish, and then we'll get some hooks in the water and see what happens. I'm not feeling super confident, but at least I'm out here having an adventure, having a good time. I think I found a decent spot over here kind of by the dam from the Steelhead facility. So I've got a bigger red and yellow beetle on. We're gonna give it a shot. I don't know. I'm expecting maybe some bass in here is probably my best bet. I think it's not really the salmon and trout season right now, so that might be all we can get, but we'll throw some casts in here and see, try it out. If it doesn't work, we'll try a different spot. I'm gonna try a different spot. I'm not having any luck over here. I think it's just too shallow, and I'm getting caught up on a bunch of stuff, so water's moving pretty quick over here. So we're gonna try, pick up, maybe find another spot. I don't know, we'll see. What's up? Well guys, this is my fourth and probably final spot for the night. It's starting to get dark, but there were a couple people just fishing here and I think they might have caught something. So they left. I'm gonna give it a shot. We'll see. Here's the dealio. No fish tonight, but that's okay. We're still having an adventure. Tried a couple different spots here at Lincoln Park along the Root River. I think right now the water's just so shallow because it's summer and I'm not a good enough angler to know where the fish are at when it's so shallow. So no luck with anything, but we're not going home empty-handed because I was able to get this pretty nice bobber with a jig head and it looks like a beetle on the end. So that's a win in my book. I mean, we're going home positive with something. We're not skunked. Sometimes, you know, someone might even say that's worth more than a fish. Who knows? But, you know, it's getting late. Mosquitoes are getting out, so I got to start getting back to the hotel. But I got one more day of training tomorrow, and then we're going to hit up this lake that I'm pretty positive is going to have fish, and we're going to take out our new fishing vessel. And we'll see what the Explorer 200, Explorer 200 has in store for us. It could be the new primary vessel. Maybe she needs to take a trip down the Huron River. Who knows? We'll just have to find out. But I'll see you guys tomorrow. Day 3 of training is over. You're now looking at a certified Starrett precision measurement instructor. Not to toot my own horn or anything. But you know, now it's time to have some adventure, do a little fishing. So I'm currently on my way to Quarry Lake, which from my understanding is an old quarry that was filled in, and I believe it's stocked with fish. We're gonna find out. Now the only problem is they close at 6 o'clock and I'm looking to get there just before 5. So that means we got basically about an hour to blow up the boat, paddle out to where we want to fish, and paddle back. So it's gonna be cutting it close, but we'll see what we can do. All right guys, we made it to Quarry Lake. I'm gonna get the Explorer 200 out, start blowing it up, and then we'll get on the water. So I'll see you there. This is definitely something I should have brought my airplane for. Well, after spending way too much time blowing up this thing, I'm finally out here in the middle of Quarry Lake. It's actually really nice. It's got the stone edges around. The only thing I'm realizing now is I should have brought some sort of anchor because the wind is just pushing me around on this thing, but it paddles pretty well in the water, surprisingly. And so I'm gonna probably put a beetle on the end and we'll try and do some fishing from here, see if we can catch anything. So I know this water is about 90 feet deep, is what I was reading online. So I put on a little bit bigger beetle, try and get it to sink farther because I think the fish are like probably pretty deep, but we'll keep trying. This is a really nice place. I'm just having a good time hanging out in this raft. It's super comfy. A little hard to cast from, but not too bad. And it paddles around really easily. I mean, if I had an anchor on this thing, shoot, that just replaced my kayak. Tell you what, it's a super nice day for fishing too. Not too hot out, the water's nice, not too busy. Just happy to be lounging around in here. Oh. So I'm over here and I've been seeing them jump along this edge, and now I see there's a whole bunch of minnows down here. That's what they're eating. If I could get one of those to use for bait. This thing is comfy, dude. I'm just straight chilling here. Still nothing, a lot of minnows, and I've seen a couple of them jump up on the minnows, but I'm not so sure I'm gonna have much luck, so I might just kind of hang out, relax in the boat. It's like a big old couch on the water. Well, I think I was wrong. I thought the park closed at 6, but there's still a bunch of people on the beach, a couple people out on kayaks, so I'm just gonna keep hanging out until somebody says we gotta leave, or until I get hungry for dinner. Let me give you guys my full review of the Intex Explorer 200. This thing is awesome. I thought this was going to be a turd at first, but I am very pleasantly surprised by it. Durability, it's pretty durable. I've rubbed up against some of these rock walls and haven't popped it at all yet. I wouldn't try sticking a hook in it, but overall it's durable enough. Compatibility, super easy to paddle around with a kayak paddle. I even tried splitting the kayak paddle and putting in those oar tabs that they have. It worked all right, but I think those are kind of gimmicky. Comfort wise, 10 out of 10. This thing is super comfortable. Like, I'm just straight chilling in here. It's like a bed on the water, basically. Ease of blowing up, that'd be one thing, but I think that's just a user error. If I brought one of my little my flex tail mini pump, then it'd be a dream to inflate and deflate. So that's probably what I'll do next time. Packs down nice and small, so if I want to go backpacking with it, which I might in the future based on how this trip went, I could throw it in my backpack. I'm not sure the weight on it yet, but I'll have to wait and see. But overall, man, this thing has been awesome. If you're looking for a cheap vessel to get out on the water, I mean, $13.46, you can't beat that. You can't get dinner for that price nowadays. So it's hard to go wrong with it. I've been really liking it. I've been enjoying just paddling and sitting here more than fishing. So it's a nice boat. I would definitely recommend. There you go. You heard it here first. Trout on the Trails endorses Intex Explorer 200. Not a sponsor, but Intex, if you're watching, I'm not opposed to it. I'll try out some of your other boats. Well, three days of training in the books, some little bit of fishing, a little bit of adventuring, a little bit of shopping at Menards. Nothing wrong with that. That sounds like a successful Trout on the Trails video to me. So I'm getting hungry. I'm gonna call it a day, paddle this baby in, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching.